The sky was grey that morning. Just like the clouds, my mood matched perfectly. It was supposed to be a day full of meetings, paperwork, and stress. Nothing unusual, right? Wrong. The monster inside my boyfriend woke up that day, and he wanted to devour the happiness of those around him. Later that evening, as I was about to step out the door for work, my phone vibrated. On the screen was a message from Ethan, my boyfriend of 2 years. The content, a blatant lie that messed with his schedule, an excuse to ruin my plans, and a way to fill me with mistrust. His message read, "Hey babe, I'm sorry, but things have changed. I've got to work late tonight. An important client arrived, and they won't let me leave. So sorry. Love you." At that point, red flags had become traffic cones on my street, yet I chose to ignore them, driving towards the city centre. As I navigated the traffic, my thoughts raced. Was he lying, or was this some kind of emergency? Should I change my plans? I scrolled through Ethan's messages, each word sinking deeper into my heart. "I don't know how long I'll be gone. Maybe very late. Call me if you want to talk. Love you." A mixture of emotions coursed through me. Worry, anger, but above all, a sense of foreboding. What exactly was going on? He acted strange sometimes, distant, secretive. But this was different. This felt wrong. The voice in my head grew louder. "Don't trust him. Trust your instincts. You know something is off." But another voice, weaker but familiar, responded, "Don't be silly. He loves you." Of course he wouldn't lie to you. The problem is that I listened to the wrong voice. After what felt like hours spent driving, I finally reached the office building where Ethan worked. As I stepped out of the car, the sky seemed to weep tears of sympathy. The wind whispered tales of lost innocence. I adjusted my outfit, smoothing out any visible signs of distress, my face betraying nothing. My eyes glistened with unshed tears. I straightened my posture, determined to confront whatever lay ahead. Taking a deep breath, I began dialing Ethan's number. But before the first ring could echo through the receiver, I heard the click of his shoes against the marble floor. He appeared before me, a whirlwind of apologies and lies. His explanation was as flimsy as the paper on which it was written. A client, a business deal gone awry, and an urgent flight. My gut, however, remained steadfast in its unease. Something about his story didn't add up, but Ethan was persistent, his words weaving a web of deceit that I almost fell for. "I'm so sorry, Isabella," he murmured, his eyes pools of remorse. "It was crucial. I couldn't contact you, believe me." But I wasn't convinced. The pieces of the puzzle didn't fit. There were too many gaps in his narrative. Despite my growing suspicions, I let him go, allowing his lies to envelop me like fog on a winter's day. I told myself that I should trust him. What other reason would he have for delaying his return? The rational part of me sought answers in logic. The irrational part knew he was hiding something. We drove home in comfortable silence, the tension hanging heavy in the air between us. The usual warmth of our home had vanished, replaced by a chill that seeped into my bones. I missed his presence, yet I resented his absence. The emptiness beside me in bed was a constant reminder of his deceit. Sleep, when it finally came, was filled with nightmares. Tossing and turning, desperate for escape, the following morning, sunlight streamed through the curtains, chasing away the shadows of the night. I woke up feeling drained, my spirit heavy with the burden of uncertainty. The playful banter and light jabs that usually colored our mornings were absent. Instead, we exchanged polite smiles, careful not to expose the turmoil within. But I couldn't shake off the feeling that something had shifted in our relationship. Now that the cat was out of the bag, the magic was gone. Our love, once vibrant, had turned brittle. The cracks had appeared and widened. The foundation of trust was shattered beyond repair. With each passing day, the distance between us grew, widening like a canyon that neither of us could bridge. My intuition screamed at me to run, to flee from the disaster that was Ethan, and I wanted to heed its call. My heart understood the urgency, but my mind was stuck in a labyrinth of confusion. I reached out to him, seeking solace in his embrace, only to be met with a stranger's touch. The warmth I once found comforting had become a scorching burn. I yearned for clarity, for a sign, anything to guide me out of the darkness, but the universe remained silent. I searched for answers, desperate to understand why he was behaving this way. Why jeopardize a love that was strong, a bond that had endured through thick and thin? It was puzzling, unfathomable, and with each unanswered question, my resolve weakened. One night, unable to bear the suffocating secrecy, I decided to confront him. "Ethan, we need to talk," I said, my voice trembling slightly. He looked up from his phone, his face etched with fatigue. "What is it, Isabella? Can't it wait?" His dismissive tone cut through me like shards of glass. In that instant, the facade crumbled. The doubts that had lingered in my heart hardened into certainty. This man who once promised me forever was living a double life right under my nose. His lies echoed in my ears, mocking my naivety, and I realized I had been living in a delusion. The person I thought I loved didn't exist. He was nothing more than a figment of my imagination. Betrayal, pain, confusion, disappointment, grief. All these emotions swelled within me, threatening to consume me. I grappled with them, trying to make sense of the wreckage that surrounded me. Then slowly, ever so slowly, something unexpected began to stir within me. Self-preservation. It started as a whisper, a faint voice, urging me to take care of myself, to value my own happiness. And as the days passed, that whisper grew louder, transforming into a roar that drowned out the echoes of his betrayal. I began to heal, not because he offered me an olive branch or expressed remorse. No, he never apologized. He never admitted to his mistakes. He never showed genuine remorse. He was too caught up in his own fabricated reality to do so. I healed despite his silence. I moved forward without his support. The scars remained, but they became battle wounds. Testaments to my strength, my resilience, my survival. He might have broken my trust, betrayed my love, but he didn't break my spirit. In the tapestry of my life, there were threads of love, joy, friendship, and kindness. The thread of love with Ethan might have frayed and snapped, but it didn't take the whole tapestry down with it. The sun still rose and set, painting the sky with hues of gold and crimson. The laughter of children echoed in the streets. Flowers bloomed, unfazed by the drama that unfolded nearby. Life went on, and as I embraced each new day, I realized I was stronger, wiser, more resilient. I carried on, cherishing the love that still surrounded me, nurturing the friendships that anchored me, and reaching out to others who experienced similar pain. And though the journey was arduous, I wouldn't trade it, because in the depths of my despair, I discovered a strength I never knew I possessed, a strength that continues to guide me to this day.